Percent composition is an important calculation in chemistry. The definition of percent composition is the percentage by mass. This is the keyword, by mass, contributed by each element in the substance. The equation is the following. You do it individually, right? For each individual element in the compound, the molecule. Percent of the element is the number of atoms of the element times its atomic mass, molar mass, divided by the molar mass of the entire compound times 100. So let's look at CaNO3, calcium nitrate. If we look at calcium nitrate, it's made up of one calcium atom. The two is distributed, so that's two nitrogen atoms and six oxygen atoms. Okay, calculating the molar mass is essential. And if you do the molar mass, that's almost 90% of the work, right? So we need to go find the molar mass of calcium. So let's go and find calcium, nitrogen, and oxygen. Kind of looked at these before. Here's calcium, 40.08. Nitrogen is 14.01, and oxygen is 16. So we have only one calcium atom. This is essential that you write the correct numbers. Only one atom, gram per mole, plus 2 times, we said 14 for nitrogen, plus 6 times 16 grams per mole for oxygen. And if we go ahead and calculate the molar mass, add up the numbers, we get 164.10 grams per mole. Okay, so this right here is the molar mass of the compound. This is the compound molar mass, and here you have the molar masses of the individual elements. However, the numbers are important. Look at this. Look at this. It's the number of atoms of element. If you do this correctly, if you take the time and do this correctly, you can just transfer the numbers into the equation. So let's start with calcium. So you have percent calcium, we say percent nitrogen, and then percent oxygen. So let's start with calcium. I only have one atom. So take that number, 40.08, divided by the molar mass of the compound, which is 164.10. That's always going to be in the denominator, by the way. So let's put it this. So for any problem, you can save yourself a lot of time by just putting the molar mass of the compound in the denominator. The units will cancel out, so no need to worry about this. Okay, times 100. So if we do that, we end up with 24.42% for calcium. So let's go next to nitrogen here. So if you pay attention to nitrogen, we have two of these, right? So just transfer this whole thing into the numerator. You have two, or you can multiply them. So that would be 28.02 times 14.01 grams per mole times 100. And you end up with 17.07%. Now, lastly, you have oxygen. So you have six of them. times 16 times 100, and you get 58.50%. Now, if you add up these numbers, you should get close to 100. If you don't get exactly 100, it's because of rounding, but that's totally fine. But it should be close to 100. So in this case, we get 99.9%, close to 100%. What's a common error? What's a common mistake here that makes students lose the points for this question is they forget to incorporate the number of atoms. So sometimes students just say it's only it's just it's just calcium, nitrogen, and oxygen, and they just put one, one, and one. Can't do that. You have to incorporate the correct number of atoms because this is what makes up the molecule or the compound.